Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Trashman Matt Show. Yes, I shave because I'm not trying to look like a grizzly bear anymore. So, welcome to tonight's live stream. We got some top stories to get into. Welcome, Truck Dude, Allied Waste Services. Welcome, and everybody else that is joining the chat right now. Got some updates on the Brazil tornado outbreak that occurred over the weekend. So I got some numbers for you guys. We got a total. Brazil registered 8 tornadoes that occurred on the 11th or the 7th of this month, and right now they have registered one EF4. Another one was classified as an EF3. Another and two more receiving EF2s, and one more as an EF1, and the other ones have not been surveyed at this time. This occurred in southern Brazil, near the Argentina border. According to the information I obtained in area, this area is actually prone to tornadoes. Something I did not know personally about. So that is something to be definitely interesting to see to learn that, especially for someone like me that's actually into weather and everything else. I did not realize Brazil actually gets tornadoes. So I'm going to bring up this little snapshot I took of Facebook. This is not to be copyrighted. I'm not trying to copyright anybody. So, but to show you guys what the report was. So as you see, Argentina is right over here, and I think that's Peru, but don't quote me on that. So this is the area that the tornadoes occurred. Again, we had an EF4 here, and EF2, EF3, EF2, and we had an EF1 along the border areas. So as you guys can see, and so that's basically what I got on that part, at least for that weather generation. Typhoon Fongwang, I think is what it's called, by the Typhoon Center, struck the Philippines today. There was actually some decent video to see in that department. So let me get out of the screen real quick, and we'll talk about the weather real quick. Two updates I do got right now. There was apparently a suicide bombing, car bombing in New Delhi, India. No word on any casualties yet on that part. Obviously, this is a terror attack. In addition, the Senate is officially passing the motion to reopen the government for the United States, and that means we will definitely be seeing the House probably in the next day or two opening it up, and President Trump will sign it, which means that the government will officially finally be open probably by the time next week or Friday. So let's talk weather, because obviously weather is kind of dominating I guess it's going to be dominating this first half of the show real quick. So let me bring up the forecasting real quick, and we'll get going, y'all. Monterey, good evening. Welcome. So currently as we sit, this is as of right now, or when this model was at, so at zero. So this is about 4 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock, about an hour ago. Finally, the government is open. Yeah, exactly. Finally. We are tracking some snow over the Tennessee and Kentucky area, and also West Virginia. This tends to move off. This cold temperatures are going to start moving off as well, as we're going to watch through this cycle. So this is basically we're going through tomorrow. We're going to be watching the system that comes in Wednesday night, and then we're going to focus in on it. Obviously, we still got some snow activity up here. And I do got confirmed there was a snow water spout over the I think that's Lake Michigan, right here next to Chicago. As you see the storm that comes in, we're going to be focusing on this storm, and also it looks like an additional wave comes in right after it. So let's go ahead and focus in. It was brisk when I was walking to school. Yeah, that's basically what we're looking at. So what we're going to go ahead again. This is the GFS model. So we're gonna go ahead and zoom in on the Northern California area to focus in on this activity real quick. So this is about 10 a.m. Again, the other models I looked at are kind of consistent with this. So basically during the overnight hours. So this is 10 p.m. on Wednesday night, and again 1 a.m. and then the main line comes in about early morning to mid afternoon. As you can see, this actually moves through it, and also there would definitely be a lot of snow in this position. So what am I seeing? Two things that stand out to me right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the wind gusts. So as you can see, wind gusts are about, this is about 4 a.m. on Thursday. So we're going to backtrack to 1 a.m. and then we're going to run the cycle real quick so you guys can see. About 7 a.m. they're saying the winds are going to be in the 40, gusting in the 40s. Again, this is subject to change, but we may even reach the 50-mile-an-hour range according to this model. So obviously a wind advisory probably will be issued most likely tomorrow for this event. As you can see, it pretty gets out of here pretty quick though. So by 4 p.m. in the afternoon, winds are back down in the 20s, gusting. I hate collecting the snow. Yeah, it can suck. Fortunately, I live below the snow line, so in the valley, it doesn't snow that much. But you do get a lot of leaves though. So there is that point. Obviously, let's talk about the actual total rain account that we're looking at too. As you can see, let me get us to Saturday. Looks like, well, leaves isn't here, but leaves would be basically getting almost 3 inches of rain in this general area. In my general area, we will see about maybe a little over an inch of rain. Again, that's subject to change depending on what's happening. So the weather service is also saying that the system is going to bring a lot of chance of thunderstorm activity. So now I don't necessarily agree with that assessment, because when you look at this here, then we're going to go back to the peak of the storm, which is about 4 a.m. Let me get back here. Like, you don't see nothing obvious, but you see this little bit of instability that has come in. It's not a lot. Oh, I got it back up. So at 10 o'clock p.m. Nope, messed up. Sorry. 4 o'clock. There's not, like, maybe up here in the northern part of the state might see an isolated thunderstorm. But so far, this model doesn't really give too much an indication of thunderstorm potential, or convection potential is what they would call it. But if we're starting to get the regional model though that can actually look into this time frame, so this actually helps. So let's get over there. We're going to go, again, we're going to get right back into the overnight hours. We should see a convection. See right here, and this one is a midterm model. It's the NAM. So it's giving us a little more convection about early morning hours, especially in the Butte County area. And Sacramento only has about 81. These are very low numbers, so I'm not too impressed. About 10 a.m., this one might have, if there's a cell that does form in that area, there would be a little bit good going. So, and then as you see through the afternoon hours, we're going to start, this is 1 o'clock. We see a little uptick in instability. And also right here, and then there's a little pocket up here that gets a little bit too. I mean, it's very, very hard to see, like, on here. It's not, so yeah, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but nothing too dramatic. So now let's look at the let's go look at the actual rainfall on this one. So again, we're at 4 a.m. or 7 a.m. on Wednesday, because we're focusing on, this is going to be like a Wednesday night into the Thursday event. So here, this model run has it bringing in the rain about, again, early morning hours, and then we transition to more of a clearing in the valley with snow in the high tree. Again, this is probably where we're going to see that cluster of isolated cells, and it pretty much dies out by the afternoon. That's what this model is saying. Problem is, though, these models, they can't. This helps us understand the weather. It's just calculations of what's going to be there, but you can't really, until you're on the ground and getting the actual information, you don't really know for sure. Now, this model, last I checked, had a different wind pattern, so let me see where it says. So at 10 p.m. on the Wednesday, it already has 33 miles an hour. We're at 47 at 1 a.m., 39 at 4 a.m., and then it starts dying once the sun comes up. And it looks like we get a little uptick right here. So again, that's kind of what we're looking at with the storm right now. Let's go ahead and give you a snow depth look. So winter storm watch is already in effect for this area along the mountains here. So about, looks like yeah, it's going to be a decent little snowmaker out of this thing as well. So that's what we got on this part of the weather, at least for our little weather review of what we're watching. So, and how are you guys doing tonight? Anybody got anything good to tell? Any good stories? I saw a Tesla upside down in the middle of the road, and I had to tell the guy you couldn't park there today. Yeah, I don't know how the hell he did it, but he flipped a Tesla upside down in the middle of the road. Don't know. Hey, I drive the trucks. I don't I don't ask questions when I see stuff like that. So, oh yeah, I got another one. Got another video or a picture to show you guys. So I'm working on our little RP server, and as you can see, this is the basically we're drawing here what we're doing. Yeah, I'm doing good, Truck Dude. Thanks for asking. Matt, what if you flipped over your truck? I'd have to give him a medal if he flipped over my truck. So as you see, this is for our little RP group we're putting together. I've drawn out the fire district map so far. I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress, but I'm gonna put the stations in as well. Each station that's going to be out here. Like I said, I'm going to add a volunteer station here and also one here in this corner. You may notice this was brought to my attention by Leaves. It's like you see District 8, but you don't see a District 7. Well, originally I was going to have the Fort Zancudo be a District 7, but it was decided to move it to I decided just to eliminate that because, again, probably most of the people that are going to be playing may or may not have access to that. So, in the likelihood of somebody being a firefighter at the fort isn't necessarily. So that's what I got on that development. We're still working on key details and everything. So that's a new development I do have for the drawing up. But yeah, I do have unfortunate news about Bingo. Unfortunately, this his little issue that he has right here. I'm pretty sure you can see it right there in the picture. It's gotten worse again, and we went through his antibiotics with the vet and everything else. So most likely this is a more chronic issue that's going on than an actual unfortunate situation. So I do not know what is going to happen to him, unfortunately. I hope for the best, but it's sad to see him that he's going through that. So yeah, which just sucks because he's just not. I mean, I can't speak on it other than that. He's just has some type of issue going on. What happened to the dog? Well, he has an infection that's in his cheek and it's in his ear. They've been working on it. The pound was working on it to try to get it and try to clean it. They've done everything. They opened it up. Can't find any. So to me, that tells me that's something probably in the brain that's causing. There's some type of infection in the brain. And obviously. And I found out too, Bingo is over 8 years old. So, and he is a bully, not a pit bull, but a bully dog, a bully breed, and their life expectancy is only about 10 years. So, I mean, unfortunately, he's probably approaching the end of his life, and he does have a serious infection. So, I do not feel confident about that, unfortunately. But we'll wait and see. Supposed to meet with the vet tomorrow's Veterans Day, so we can't really do that. But hopefully they do it. Hopefully they can figure something out for him, but it is kind of sad. To report on that, what else do we got? Anything good that happened today? No, today was uneventful. Other than the car flipping over in the middle of the road, and yeah, and construction getting in my way. Other than that, did 2 loads, packed out at 8. Well, I didn't pack out, but I had 8 tons on my first and almost 5 on my second, so I anticipate tomorrow is going to be more fun as well. And hopefully the winds don't blow all the cans everywhere come Thursday morning. Yeah, that's going to be fun, because Thursday is usually a heavy load. A solid 2, sometimes a 3, depending on exactly how it goes. When did you shave? Today. I actually shaved. Darling. Like I said at the beginning, I got tired of looking like a grizzly bear, so I got tired of looking at it. Yeah. I mean, my hair is still pretty long. And I'm finding a lot of gray hair now. So the truck didn't break down today. Nope. And so far we're 2 days of having her back. or 3 days having her back, and she's working fine so far. Yeah. What else we got going on here? We're still trying to figure out what we're going to name. But yeah, we're going further with a more organized roleplay group. And it's going to be casual RP, though. So right now, that's basically what I got on that. Is just there's no real, I guess, heavy requirement of the matter. Like, everybody's going to be, there's no, like, ranking system or something. Senate passes bill to end government shutdown. That just came through the wire. Yes. So, because, again, I don't know if you guys ever been part of a roleplay community. When I was younger, I was part of one. And there's just sometimes when you got these, like, really disciplined organizational style roleplay groups, like, my hat's off to them. You all want to be realistic, that's fine. But it's a damn video game. It really is. Roleplay is about having fun. It's not about being realistic. If you want to be realistic, go work for the actual company or thing that you're doing. Go be a cop in real life then, if you want to be realistic. I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto. So that's where it's like we agree that it's like we don't want to be that strict. Obviously, there's basically a couple of charter rules. Obviously, don't be a jerk. You know, try to have fun, and don't be griefing. That's like the basic 3 rules of the group. And I mean, I think pretty sure everybody can get on board with that. Because who wants to be trying to do a role play and then suddenly have a Presser Mark II come by and just carpet bomb you? Damn tryhards. Damn griefers and tryhards. But yeah. So right now, the fire department is kind of going to be one, even for the whole map, it's going to be one department. It's just that is. There's just going to be the 2 volunteer stations are going to be basically made up of just complete the people that don't want to do that full time but want to be on it part. So, and like they could be anybody else, and anybody can be anything, and you can have multiple characters. Like, again, there's no restriction on that part because again, it's casual. The only time we'll deal with something, if you get kicked out of the lobby, it's because everybody in the lobby voted to kick you out. I mean, that's the one thing about playing on console, is the entire lobby will just vote to kick you out if you're being a problem. And if you got yourself kicked out of the lobby and everything else, obviously, 1 or 2 of the guys that are an admin will. One of the guys that's an admin will basically look at people, will clip it, and just that's basically it. And obviously, I'm not real too serious on the government side of it. Again, we want people to have fun. That's what it is. Have fun. Make up the civilian part is there's only rules on weapons and cars. No, like, heavy weapons, missiles, rockets, heavy machine guns, miniguns on GTA, and also no armor on cars, and no bulletproof tires. That's about it. Other than that, everything else as long as they're vanilla, they're legit. So if you want to use an armored car, use an armored car. I don't care. That's basically what we've been discussing and kind of got the ground rules on. Like I said, once we got this all ironed out and we have an actual name for ourselves, we'll be posting the official official announcement ad for it. And yeah, that's basically it on that part. So that's one thing that's in the pipe work. I won't be filming too much this week because of the weather and just ongoing behind the scene issues at the job right now. So that this week, I might get something in on Friday, hopefully, if my truck don't break down, that is. And yeah, that is that. So we got 3 people in here right now, so that's probably, you guys got any good stories for today, or anything funny that happened, or anything? And again, there's like a 20-second delay, so bear with me on that. And I'm going to open a can of soda. Matt, have you ever tried mounting your GoPro on the arm before? No, because I don't want to lose my GoPro. Excuse me. Let me edit this. Yes, Pepsi. Okay, how do we do that? In class, I passed around battery acid and how to shut today. Wow. Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? Garbage truck, garbage mail trucks, and buses. Welcome, welcome. How you doing tonight? Let's see what happened. By the way, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Trump wants to do a 50-year mortgage plan. Like, you really want me to sign my life away for a house? Well, the 30-year mortgage is about the same thing. My teacher done it, not me. Oh, I thought you did it. I thought you were throwing it at people. The way you wrote that out in class, I passed around battery acid in the auto shop. Like, what are y'all doing, snorting that? So to not lose a GoPro when getting my shots, do I keep it like in the hopper? Yeah. So like with my truck, what I do is I'll put it on top of the skirt that's up here. Hold on, let me you guys can't see that because I don't have it. So if you look up above on the not me, but you look over here. So back here, you see the little skirt that goes over the hopper right over here. That is it goes around the entire front of the truck as you see further on the other picture over there. And I'll put it on top of that just inside the hopper so you can see the down picture. Now, not every truck is like that. Other trucks are different. So, but this truck in particular has the skirt, so I'm able to do it that way. And yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny the way I had to do that, but yeah. So there is that point. With the Labrie and everything else, if you want a hopper shot, the Labrie, yeah, you just want to mount it on top of it. Yes. So I'll just show you guys what I use. So I do have a GoPro, and the GoPro I do use is this one. It's the Black 12. You see, and it has a head strap. So what I do is, basically, when you see all the POV videos, it's me like this. Obviously, I usually don't wear the helmet or the hat while doing that, but that's what it is. Do you normally let filmers do that? Driver discretion. I mean, some drivers do, some don't. What's up, man? We're finally going to have some 4-axle ZR31s in Vegas. Long overdue with the size of. God damn, 4 axles, nice. Definitely want to see that, Trashman. Definitely want to see those. What's the best place to film? Anyone can answer. What do you mean by best places to film? You talking about in position to the truck, or are you talking about in like cities? What? That's kind of a vague question. Yeah, Garland, that would definitely help for you. So, let's see. Anywhere? Well, if you're gonna, depending on the truck, like obviously if it's a rear loader, you want to be behind it because you get to see what it's doing. Side loaders, you want to be Either in the front or the back, personally, around that. He tried to run me over. Yeah. Garbage, mail trucks, and buses. Yeah, that's... He tried to run you over, though? Yeah, I saw the one that driver that tried to do at the Benji in Arizona. Yeah, that's just not cool. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've come from other jobs that had cameras all around the entire equipment, the bus, public transit, and everybody filming you. Today, everybody has a camera and everybody's doing something, so I don't care about being filmed. It's like, I'm a professional driver. You're not going to scare me. As long as you're not in the way, like actually in the way, like getting behind the claw in the way where you're in the back of what the claw is, where I'm trying to grab something, then I don't care. But other drivers are a little more pansy about it, or they get annoyed. You know, which I get it. I mean, we do deal with a lot of people. Yeah, and that's basically it. He was now fired. Yeah, I mean, that's unprofessional behavior, so I'm not surprised he got fired. In fact, I'd fire him my damn self. I mean, it doesn't matter what company it is, whether it's a city or a private company or a major corporation like Waste Management or Republic Services. Like, as a professional driver, as a garbage collector, we attract everybody. So everybody needs to be... We need to be professional at all times. I get frustration. I get people being human. But if you got problems like that, then you shouldn't be driving, because a person that's like that, then if you're going to do something, then that's very concerning to me. Oh yeah, I'm seeing this. No, nice growing. Let me bring this back up. And when he yelled at me, he said, I'm going to have to call the police. Have the police call your mom if he doesn't know. But he doesn't know my mom. Yeah. Like I said, you're not actually interfering. So now there is a thing you guys need to understand too, though, is we are providing a city service, and they're depending on what you think you can show that. Garland, not right now. City services, like if you're interfering with city services, you can be arrested for that. I mean, most cops will just try to shoo you off, or because again, that's just what it is. But that's usually for, like, you know, people that are 5150, or the homeless that are just in the way or something. But there is each state. I know California does honor that, but again, most of the time, most guys, you have to really, at least from the crew that I work with, you really got to do something to piss us off or harass us to make us want to call the cops on you. I've been in this industry going on 5 years now, and I have yet to have to call the cops on somebody. I've been attacked by a homeless person doing front load, and I've had to fight my way out of it, but that was in a different company. But that is, and again, the other driver that was in the alley with me called the cops. I mean, it happens. You're dealing with homeless. You're dealing with people. That happens. California Garbage Trucks and Productions. Welcome. Yeah. So, let me talk about that story again. So, this was when I was working for a different company as a front loader. And garbage mail trucks. Yeah, no problem. Have you ever encountered Karens before, Garland? Yes, I have encountered Karens before. And I'm professional because I'm not stupid and I know better and I know how to bite my tongue. So, we'll talk about that story first, but let me talk about the homeless person incident. So, this happened about 4 years ago. I just got in the trash field and I'm working downtown Sacramento, going alley to alley. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, front load hours. Nothing new and everything else. And Suddenly, this homeless guy comes up behind me as I'm pulling the dumpster out. A 4-yarder, so anybody wants to know what it is. It's your basic dumpster, metal dumpster, nothing. And I was doing trash right there. And he comes up to me asking me, trying to bum some money off. I said, sorry, bro, I don't keep cash on me because I don't. And then the recycle driver, that's my crew, is down. He's down in the aisle coming up behind me. And then there's a waste management truck on the next block over, just across the street. And as I'm pushing the, I'm actually docking it onto the forks. Some bitch grabbed it from behind, like this, and immediately the fight was on, and I threw him back, pushed him back as fast as I could and hard as I could, and we slammed into the car that was behind us, and we started wrestling around. By that time, my coworker had came, and the waste management driver has also ran over here, and dude kind of got jumped. I mean, it's not a... We were defending ourselves until he got off that. And again, this was, like I said, this is an old story. I was already cleared of wrongdoing. I did not work for Republic at this time. Republic corporate that's watching this. This was not while I was working for you. I was working for another company at the time, and that incident was already resolved. Disclaimer. Because again, corporate does watch my videos and everything else, and I don't want these assholes trying to come after me for something telling the story. So, there's that. Now, with the Karen incident. Now, this happened about 2 years ago. So hold on a second. My brother's loud ass mouth. So, about 2 years ago, this happened. I was in a wrapper rail and squeezed the can. The cans were, this was during the rollout of the new yard waste cans, and they were plastic, flimsy, and they broke you. I mean, they're Schumers. What do you expect? Suddenly, this car comes hauling ass behind me, gets in front of me, cuts me off, and starts yelling at me, "You crushed my can! You crushed my can!" I'm like, ma'am, it happens all the time. Just call the number, they'll get it out for you. Oh, I gotta pay for it. No, it's for free. Well, why don't you do it? Because I don't have your information on the account. I'm just a driver. This was before the tablets were even introduced, so I could see it. So I said, ma'am, my name's Matt. There's a phone number. You can call them and make a complaint. I mean, I can't help you. She storms off, makes a complaint, and everything else. And what's up?
You can provide light for me.
I'm busy.
Put these lights in.
Well, I'm busy. So, yeah. And that was basically it on that part. And so, yeah, that is it. She called him as a boss, and I told him what I said and everything else. And I told him, you know, my respect. I said I didn't cuss at her. I didn't do anything else. I was professional because I know how to be professional. And, I mean, I can't help her that the truck crushed a can. Imagine crashing over free service. You'd be surprised. So many people today are so caught up in their own world that they think they're the main character. They do. And it's sad, unfortunately. Because, like, I know I'm not the main character. I'm just out here picking up cans. So when people cut me off or do all this other weird random things and everything else, I don't trip on it. Unless you're, like, going to actually hit me or something, I'm not even going to blow the horn. Why? Because why? It ain't going to stop you from doing it. It ain't going to stop them from doing it because they think that the world revolves around them and they think they're important. When in reality, you're just some random guy in a car or some random woman that I have no idea who you are. I mean, I'm not going to fight with somebody or lose my job or get into a confrontation with somebody over something silly. I'm a professional in the truck and everything else. Now, obviously, I'm off duty, not in uniform, in my own personal car, and someone wants to throw hands, don't threaten me with a good time. But when it comes to doing your job, you got to maintain professionalism, just like the bus drivers have to, just like firemen and police officers have to, and anybody that's in any type of city service, you kind of have to maintain a profession. A lot of people think they're better than others, than everyone else. Yeah, that's a main character syndrome, truck dude. Unfortunately, that's one thing I experienced a lot. And everybody thinks, like, I really had somebody when I was working for waste management, when I was doing man and trash reeler, wrote on their can, said, your job is so easy, a monkey can do it and everything else. So he was looking at when I read that sign and everything else, and obviously I picked up the can and dumped it, and I just went, chucked his can across his garage. Excuse me. His driveway, just to make the point across. Like I said, you cannot offend me. You got to try harder than you really got that. But again, that's the people that think they're better than you. And so, again, I don't see why. I mean, I'm back. Welcome back. And yeah, again, it's just those are things that you deal with in this industry. Like, filmers are the least of my concern when it comes to people that I deal with. Garland, yes. Both of those answers are correct. Yes, that is the shutter, that's the door, and it is hydraulic powered. But yeah, so how's it? Oh, so yeah. It happens a decent bit on some of my routes. Yeah, I don't know why people think they're better than us. Like, I really don't. Oh, I know this one woman got into it with the city. Excuse me, with the city driver and everything else, and she called him several racial slurs. And this is not Republic Services. This is the city of Sacramento, and obviously their truck has cameras. And it turns out this woman happened to be a vice president of one of the bigger companies in the Bay Area or something like that. She ended up losing her job over it, all because he wouldn't dump her can again because she tried to refill it again. Really. Now she lost her job, her income, and everything else, all because she basically, because the guy wasn't doing what she wanted, so she resulted into a racial insult, and you lost your job over it. Don't get no sympathy from me. Same thing with like things on the internet. You go saying things on the internet and everything else, and then it comes back to you and you lose your job. Well, the internet's undefeated. So it doesn't matter what your politics are. It doesn't matter what you say. If you say something that's sensitive, very sensitive, you're going to get yourself in a position like that. And especially when you do things like that. It's very childish and it's very dumb. But people live in this little box. Man, they think somehow that they can, what they do on this and no repercussions, think that applies in the real world. That's not the case. And they don't understand, a lot of these people don't understand that these rigs that we drive and everything else are 10 plus tons. And not to mention the weight that we get from picking up the cans and everything else. We don't stop on a dime. And they'll try to cut out, they'll go around you, run red lights, and do a... People are just like literally out so disenfranchised with reality at the moment that it's not even funny. And these are the people that are unfortunately getting themselves killed on the roadway doing these erratic things, and the state's not doing nothing to stop them because for some reason the state wants to enable it, wants more chaos is what it seems like. At least those in power do. And that's basically it. So my truck is still doing fine. She's working well. If she can make it through the week, that'd be great. So, but tomorrow is Veterans Day. I'm assuming most of you are probably gonna be off school and everything else. I will be at work doing my county route. But I do got some a funny story to tell. This is from my father. My father was in the Vietnam War, so I'm gonna share his story. And may he be resting in peace because he did pass away, unfortunately, several years ago to cancer. He was deployed in '68 to Vietnam, and while he was there, he told me the story that him and this lieutenant. Okay, this lieutenant, I guess, was a Korean War and I guess World War II vet. And he, big dude. He's a big corn-fed white boy from Arkansas, about 6'4", big and everything else. And he's like, when he slaps you, you feel it. and they were laying in the prone position side by side, overlooking the sector of fire. And suddenly there's a snore sound, and the lieutenant slaps the hell out of my father, and says, stop snoring. And he's like, that ain't me. And then a little bit later, there's a snore sound again, slaps him again, and says, stop snoring. He goes, dude, it ain't me. And then the third time, it hits him again, and he goes, motherfucker, you hit me again. I'm I'm gonna shoot your ass. And they're looking at each other at this point, and then they hear it again. Turns out they were on a bunker, and the NBA was underneath him, sleeping in the bunker. Yeah. That was an interesting story that he told me. And he was part of the 5th Mechanized Division, I think. That's what he said, 5th Mech. And they drove the M113 APCs during that time. I mean, cool. My father was a good guy. Good stories. Good stories and everything else. And that story I thought was funny, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. But yeah, Garland, yes, it would waste some of their time, unfortunately, yeah. But that's part of it, yeah. He's in a good place now. Yeah. He's in the veteran cemetery, probably down there having a party right now. Ironically, is he used to go by when we go by a cemetery in the car, and he goes, wow, everybody's just dying to get in there. Yeah, he had corny jokes day after day, and excuse me for burping, by the way. Yeah. But yeah, Garland, that's up to your driver, though. Let's see. Oh, that reminds me. 1 second, y'all. I gotta switch screens here, so 1 second. I'll be able to see you guys. I just have to... Actually, let me do this before I switch screens. Let me adjust this. I'm gonna move this over here real quick because we're going to... There we go. Alright, we're still good there. Yep. Okay, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna do it real quick. Viewers should not be facing reprimand at work for what they do or say away from work and not representing the employee. I don't disagree with that, but reality has another word, especially if you live in a liberal state like I do. But obviously, if you're calling for someone to fly a plane into a building or something, I mean, I do understand that you shouldn't be saying that. Yeah, hold on. Let's go to this real quick. Bear with me, y'all. Summer has heavy grass. Spring is somewhat fine. Fall is all sort of leaves, and winter has some leaves, but it's usually fine. Yeah. So the truck was a rapid rail, and I'm going to do an arm. And I think I could just walk up, place. No, Garland, do not do that. You will get cussed out by the driver. Talk to the driver first before you do anything like that, because technically you will be if you're touching the equipment, you can get killed by the equipment. Okay, this video is on a 7-minute upload. Alright, let me switch back over. I got a video for us to watch from me and Derek. We're raising hell from the police on GTA. So as soon as it becomes available, I will have it. Let's watch it. You ask the driver. You don't just let him know. You ask him if it's okay, because I don't know how their policy is. Because again, that varies from company to company, and if the driver's okay with it or not. So, the fact that I'm saying that I wouldn't have a problem with it does not mean another driver will have a problem with it. Hold on, yo. Something's going on. Something's going on in Berkeley. Some type of riot is going on in Berkeley, California right now. Something to do with Turning Point. That's just coming across the wire right now. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So Turning Point's doing a speech, I guess, at University of California, Berkeley, and a bunch of Antifa-style protesters are out there trying to raise hell. Okay, that's what's happening over there. Sorry about that. What is the oldest truck in your yard? The oldest truck in our yard is one of the wrapper rails, I think, because the trucks were taken out of service recently. Okay, that's not ready yet, so we'll come back to that. So that'll be ready here shortly once we get that up and going. I'm waiting for the video to upload so I can get it actually. We can look at it. 1 second, I flipped over the computer screen real quick. We got 3 more minutes before it's uploaded. So it's about a 15-minute video. We'll watch to close out the live stream. Are y'all still buying Rapid Rails? No, we are buying ZRs, and we're getting the ZSL ZRs, the Voltra ZRs, what they call them. Useless ZRs, if you ask me. But yeah. Let's see. Wow, Trump's handing out 10 grand to controllers that actually stayed on the job and didn't show up, air traffic controllers. Or did show up, I said that backwards. So yeah, the shutdown is officially in its closing stages, so restarting of the government should be happening here in the next day or two. Gotta go, Matt. See you tomorrow. Alright, Allied, have a good night. Didn't take a lot of inspiration from those characters, didn't there? Alright. Nope, not ready yet. So what's going on here? What's going on? Sorry, y'all. I'm waiting for this to get uploaded. And once it gets uploaded, we'll watch it. Alright, should be uploading now. So, alright. Alright, according to it's now uploaded. I'm gonna recycle the screen. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to get this to work. Pending. Pending. Oh, yeah. YouTube, you're killing me. There we go. The right side is glitched. How's it glitched? Oh. Wait. 1 second. Okay. Let me restart the video, y'all. One second, y'all. Let me see if I can fix that camera. Alright, we're good there. Sorry, Ron. A little technical detail. Alright, let's see if it's still... Alright. Here we go. Of course, it goes up there. Stop. Okay, we're good there. So, alright, this is me and Derek, y'all, from yesterday, when we were screwing around the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you can hear him. I think his settings isn't where you can hear him on the video. But so this is me and Derek. Watch what we do. This is a funny little high
Hey!
speed.
Hey! You! You can't park there! What you say? Hold on, bro. I gotta talk to this guy. Hey, bro. I gotta holler at you real quick. Why are you so fucking ugly? Oh, you're smoking that shit in my face, homie.
Hey, you better get out of my máscara before I fuck you up. Ándale pues, decís.
Oh! Hey, they fought. They drew first, bro. It was. Fuck you! I ain't giving a. This is my hood now.
Hold up, blow in the car. Yeah. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good night, y'all.
¡Que viva los chapines!
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
Yeah, I become a different person when I'm playing GTA.
LSPD versus the sheriff's department. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, Chopper, stick that fucking head around so I can blow your head off.
Why the cops fighting the cops? Because we're rehearsing the Civil War. This is an inter-branch robbery between LSPD and the county sheriff's office.
You know what? Tired of this shit. Alright, time to go. Let's take him on tour. What do you say?
Roadkill.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, this is so crack.
Yeah.
So you guys can't hear him, but Derek is actually talking. Yeah.
You're right.
So they try to pit him, pit me. This is the type of shenanigans we'll be doing, but we'll have actual players chasing us instead of AI. We were just, like I said, we were screwing around. And I just wanted to
You're gonna snag
share
it
this with you guys because it was pretty funny. Too bad we can't hear. Derek didn't have his stuff set up
LS
to work.
fucking PD can fuck off. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you keep hearing me say yeah and everything else is because Derek's talking.
Woo! Yeah, that shit weak, bro. Look how I punked that thing. Hey, talking about that classic J turn, right?
Yeah, I pissed him off. Probably, Garland.
I got the ram bar, bro. I'll ram them all day. Let's go. Let's take them on tour. Come on.
This Jeep is fast though, even on the dirt. Yeah, I mean, this is what GTA is all about. So I can't.
They can try all they want. Uh-oh, roadkill.
I missed. Imagine they got the military on you. Oh, don't worry, Garland. That happens later in the video. This pursuit actually does end in the military base. And I was dodging tank missiles at me for a minute.
Oh, run the gauntlet! Run the gauntlet! Oh, them bitches almost killed me, dog.
Yo, what up, Matt? Hey, Derek's in the chat!
Oh shit, my chopper's going down!
Yeah, I'm showing the video of us when we were running from the cops yesterday, or on Saturday night. Damn, the cop cars are weak. Yep. Yeah, I'm an OG on GTA. When it first came out, I was all over this game back in 2013. So was Derek, actually. We played this game from PS3 all the way up to PS5. So this was just like a trip down memory lane for us, running from the cops.
We got company. Dude, I got like a little slither of health. They're about to wax my ass.
That's why I'm driving so fanatic, trying not to get killed. Jeez. Oh!
Oh!
Remember, watch out for the tank. Oh, we haven't got there yet, D, but we will. Yeah, we got to show the whole high-speed chase. We can't just show a little bit. How long is this video? 15 minutes, Garland. It should be over in the next, like, 5 minutes. Or 7 minutes. Yeah, I do go on a little, road run. Oh, yeah, watch this, y'all. Look at this, look at this.
He's stuck to the car, you see that?
It's glitched. He's stuck under the wheel.
Get off my damn wheel!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna definitely clip that.
You're all good. This truck is badass though. The fact I'm able to do all this in this little police Jeep though. Why is bro stuck? That was a glitch, Garland.
Alright.
That chopper was hot on our ass
drop.
too
Yep,
though.
it is!
That was a hell of a drop too. Oh shit. I am beating the shit out of my car too, running from these cops.
Oh shit. Oh. Got it! Oh! Fucking roadblock!
Yeah, I've been getting some snacks.
No, I will not stop the car.
Oh, they were helping each other. Nice.
Oh, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Had you played this San Diego garbage truck game
God, you thought!
in your garbage trucks before, Matt? No, I have not. I was just talking about that earlier. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, Derek, your voice in. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, dude, that was close. I was blue.
Yeah, for some reason your settings are set to where I can't stream your or clip your voice in this when we were in the chat group in the chat room together.
Glaze. Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold on! Hold on! You're not killing me! Oh, they got me!
All right, this is where the finale comes. You guys are gonna be laughing at this. So Derek's in the chat, and Derek will commentate his side of it in a second. So he's actually driving back around the road to me right here. So you'll see him come around the corner in a second. And I know he's bringing friends. Now we're getting into it with the army in this clip.
Get in! Oh shit!
Oh. I remember when this game first came out, and everybody was trying to conquer the army base. It was like a rodeo. Who could last the longest on the army base before getting blown up?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll work out. We'll get it all worked out. Yeah.
So yeah, this is where the main event comes. This is actually where the whole part of this clip is actually funny.
Now we're really gonna piss them off. You want a tank? No, look, we got a tank now. Let's go.
I'll tell you, Jeeps. Here we go.
Serpentine! Serpentine! Yep, you're right. You did. Oh shit! Oh! Bullshit! Oh! You see that shit? It flew right by us. Oh! Ah! Oh.
I was like, we gotta look out for those tanks. Yeah, you were right. I think that's it. Yeah, that was it. But yeah, that definitely was an entertaining moment, having fun right there. Going with the old school running from the tanks. Okay, I don't know what that was about, but all right. But yeah, that was fun. Yeah, man, what have you? Oh, been there, done that. Truck dude, having a good night. So yeah, that's basically what you got to look forward to. Shenanigans like that, but then also RP and everything else once we get that all getting it all going and everything else. So that's gonna be it for tonight's podcast stream, Trashman Matt Show, where the hell we call it these days. But so I'll definitely be back tomorrow evening again with some updates and maybe some more information on the role play and also if the government's open or not, and also the storm that we're tracking that's going to be affecting our area not too on Wednesday night into Thursday, especially to see if the warnings that I predict are going to happen. So I do predict a winter storm warning and a high wind advisory for the valley locations. Yeah, we'll be able you. Minnesota, I don't understand that question. Will we be able, you and I think you meant join? Yeah. If you got a PS5 and a GTA 5, yeah, it will be open to. We'll have a open enrollment for people to join. So, but we're still working out the background details first. So give me like a week to work that out because obviously I'm working. So I got to meet with heads of everybody else that's going to be part of the group, and we're going to basically come to a consensus on the what we established as the charter and also basically what name we're going to be running by. So, but other than that, you guys, we'll be back tomorrow, and we definitely will keep it going. So, thank you for all you that have joined in tonight's show, and also Derek. Definitely going to be seeing you out there, you bum. And remember, and yeah. So remember, be safe, keep your distance, and pie your trash man. I'm Trashman Matt. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.